My name is Coach Amy Moore. I want to thank you for coming to my first lecture of a series of 4 called What the Heck's So Great About the Eastern Caribbean? The other lectures that I'll be offering are lectures on pirates, rum, and chocolate. Not to be missed because there are samples being given away for those lectures. I was very much involved in the economy of the New World. You didn't know that, did you? The pirates were the good guys. And what I do is I lecture all over the world, and I lecture on information that is little known but terribly interesting. My lectures are a combination of entertainment and education. I like to call them edutainment. I do not give dry, boring lectures of facts and figures of boring, dead guys. I give fun-filled lectures about what really went on in the New World. There was a lot of drinking, and is anyone here under the age of 18? Ooh, how old are you? 13. Now, you know at the rum lecture you can't have any samples. Anyway, there was a lot of drinking and partying in the New World. Has everyone read Milton's Paradise Lost? Paradise Found is here in the Eastern Caribbean, or Caribbean, or the West Indies, or the Greater Antilles, depending on your age and your education. How many people know the Caribbean as the Caribbean? Raise your hand. How many know it as the Greater Antilles and the West Indies? Woohoo! The islands of the East. They are the United States Virgin Islands, St. Thomas, St. Croix, St. John, St. Kitts and Nevis, Barbados, St. Lucia, and Antigua and Barbuda. Does anyone, well, we'll talk about that later. So the first islands that we're going to visit will be the islands of the U.S. Virgin Islands, St. Thomas. That's where my people are from. Mom, are you here? Oh, the story of my childhood. Me performing and my parents are late. Who has gone to the United States Virgin Islands before? Raise your paw. Oh, I've got some seasoned travelers. I love it. But come on down, get closer. I bite. I'll embarrass you, but it's okay. We're on vacation. Motto, and their motto is called United in Pride and Hope, and that's not true. The islands of St. Thomas and St. Croix are always at each other's throats and always have been. It's like they have this really kind of funny sibling rivalry. My people are from St. Thomas. We're better than St. Croix. And then St. Croix thinks they're better than St. Thomas. And here's our flag. See? Pretty, isn't it? Now, a little bit of more of information about the U.S. Virgin Islands. There are many of them, but the 3 most important ones are St. Thomas, St. Croix, and St. John. In St. John, that's pretty much a nature reserve. Not many people live on that, but it is a gorgeous island. Most people don't visit that, so if you have visited St. John, you are truly an adventure seeker. So raise your hand if you've gone to St. John. Wow! There's about 15 of you here. Oh my goodness, what a sophisticated crowd. I like that.
We're going.
Are you? It's a good trip to go. And I think they usually do snorkeling or scuba diving on St. John's. It's not to be missed. The total land area of the territory is about 133 square miles. The Virgin Islands have really an incredibly unique history. One of the things that I love about the Virgin Islands is that they have 5 national historic landmarks in this little tiny space that's twice the size of Washington, D.C. They're the 3 big islands the capital was named after. Does anyone know? Good, you know your history. I'm going to have to pay you to be quiet so I can look smarter. Arthur, you're so bad. Now here, St. Croix de Los Angeles, and St. Thomas is more like San Francisco. See how cleverly I worked that in? Now, the National Park Service owns most of St. John, and there's a lot of volcanic activity on the Virgin Islands because they lie right on the edge of 2 plates. And throughout the history of the Virgin Islands, they have been above sea level and below sea level, and they've been above sea level for probably 100,000 years, so they're due for a big change of climate. Most of the islands in the Eastern Caribbean are volcanic, except for one. Does anyone know the island that is not volcanic in origin? I'll give you a hint. Begins with a B. Okay? Nope, not Bonaire. Barbados. It's actually a coral reef that's been thrust up by the force of plate tectonics. The most interesting part of this temple is that the way it's decorated, the floor of the synagogue is covered in sand. And there's a couple of reasons for it. I like the more romantic reason in that the sand is on the floor of the synagogue to remind the Jews of their trek through the desert with Moses to reach the Promised Land. I believe that the real reason they have sand on the synagogues was because of the persecution that they had to undergo in Spain and Portugal by the Inquisition. And one of the things is if you put sand, most temple floors were marble, and they made a lot of noise when you walked on them. And if you put sand on marble when you walk across it, it muffles the sound of your movement. So I believe the sand is really a remembrance of those times when they had to worship in sea. St. Lucia has the only drive-in volcano tour on Earth. So if you can take it, if you have the time, I strongly recommend you do. And they have a therapeutic sulfur spring that you can bathe in, which I'm going to do because I have a rotator cuff injury. Am I just telling you more about my personal problems than you ever wanted to know? I am so sorry. I want to thank you for coming to my lecture, What the Heck's So Great About the Eastern Caribbean? And please look for my other lectures, and you will get free samples that relate to the topic, and I hope you enjoy your day in St. Thomas. Remember, if you like my lecture, who do you tell? Everyone. 1, 2, 3 again. If you like my lecture, who do you tell? And if you don't like it, who do you tell? So I can do what? Make it better and fix it. I like you too. Arthur, and what is your name?
Lorette.
Lorette, you've got to come to all my lectures. Thank you. You have been a fantastic audience. Enjoy your day in St. Thomas tomorrow. And if you see me around the ship, stop by and say hi. Usually I'm bent over my computer preparing for my seminars, but I love to chat. Arthur, thank you.
What's your next one?
I don't know. It's in the program, but they'll announce it each day because they kind of change the times around on me. But thank you so much. You guys were great. Yes.
Barbados is open on Easter Sunday. What will be open?
Probably very little, but again, we're the cruise ship and we're their main industry, so it could be quite a lot. We won't know till we get there.
They do make special arrangements a lot.
Yeah, we're their major industry. I'm thinking they're going to be very welcoming. Yeah. Really? I know I would. Because, you know, God's all forgiving and compassionate. He understands we got to, you know, pay the bills. All right, go forth and eat your way through the islands. You will thank me.
Our hips won't.
But your hips won't. Your tummies will, your hips won't.